club. Umpire holds the ball aloft. Players about set to go. Looks like William Carlisle in the ruck for the Federals club. Up goes, he gets a knock, drifts out wide. He's been attacked quickly by Jack Catternack. Run away with the ball is Abe Ankers. Ankers goes on a big arc and kicks out wide here. Great positioning by Fitzholtz. Fitzholtz drops the mark, picks it up, runs in forward, but he's found his opponent down back there, and that's Sabian Little, who's going to clear the ball out wide. Doesn't go far enough. Fitzholtz is at the drop of the ball. Players run through. Handball out here to Drogamullah. Hugo gets it across there to Copeland Ford. He kicks it long. It's a chaos ball into the square. It's kicked off the ground. No, it's been rushed through from behind. Our first score of the afternoon.
Yeah, that's right. And there was some desperate measures there by Jackson Cole to touch the ball as it went, just before it went over the line. As he looks to bring the ball back in, he's looking for his options. Sends it out. Looks like it's in the area of Shane Miles, but Sean Foster goes up. He's unable to take it, brings it down. Then we've got Williams. He puts the tackle on, unable to get anything out of it. Feds clear the ball out. Goes as far as Kieran Smith, who drops what he should have taken. He's looking for his options. He's gone for a bit of a kick, sends it out, sends Lockie Lake on a bit of a run.
Lake picks it up out on the gap road wing, turns in ball. He's going to square this up. Kicks a long ball in over the 50. Players set themselves. Federal player went up to the mark. He's now skating on the ground for it. This is a ball that's under threat, locked in underneath. Umpire says no, keep going with it. Ball's kicked free, goes out towards the tree of knowledge. Kieran Smith's going to track this down. He might not get there in time before his Federal opponent in Roberts. Roberts gets the ball across the top, goes to the big fella in Hugo Drogamullah. He's on a big arc, turns around, looking for Abe Ankers, giving him no hope at all. Pioneers clear this beautifully. A series of handballs, go out wide, kick over the top, players free. Oh, big stretch there, but the ball spills out the back, and Feds are going to clear this out of the back line with a scrubby kick. It's back out to Fitzholtz. He's been in everything in the first 5 minutes. Kicks it forward. Good mark taken there by the big fella in Copeland Ford. He drops it on the boot, sends it in deep. Got a Federal player who takes a chest mark up forward. I can't pick up who that is, but he's going to go back and he's going to take a shot at this from only about 15 or 16 metres out. He's taking his time walking back, turned his back on the play. You don't know what's happening behind you. He's going to have to kick this now. It'd be terrible if he missed it.
Yeah, well, there's not many options coming to him, so...
No, they've given up on him, but he moves in now, drops it on the boot, sends it straight over Grant Butler's head, and there's the first goal of the afternoon. It's been kicked by... We're trying to pick that number up here. It looks like Daniel Gorry, and he's got the first goal of the afternoon. So the TIO scoreboard, Federals 117, Pioneers yet to score. I must say it hasn't gone forward of the 50-metre line on the Pioneers' end of the ground, the northern end of the ground here yet.
No, it hasn't, and Pioneers will obviously be looking to overturn that. As we head now for the ball in the middle to go up, we've got Shane Miles against William Carlisle. This will be a good battle out as the ball goes up.
Shaney Miles gets up, he positioned himself well. It somehow or other spills out the side. Pioneers drive it deep into the forward line. Clears the pack. It's out the back. There's a bit of pushing and shoving going on here. Handball out wide there. Goes to Dustin Oliver. Oliver takes it over the line. Oh no, it might have been actually William Carlisle who ran it out. And now Josh Mapstone's going to return the ball to the boundary umpire. He's going to throw this back in. Look, it's a pretty warm day here today, folks. 32 degrees, playing preliminary final football. It's going to be 23-minute quarters, no time on. Ball comes in, neither ruck gets it. Dragged to the ground for Pioneers player. He may have dragged it back in. No, the umpire says, he crosses himself and says, give it here, I'm going to ball it up. Players set themselves, ruckmen identify each other. William Carlisle gets the knock, he gets a second knock. Comes out to Roberts. Roberts got mixed up in that, bursting through that pack there. I couldn't pick that up. James Bruce, number 4. Good kick, kicked it to green grass. Players run onto it now. This is where the hard work's done. Handball back to Smith. Smith goes back. Whoa, a big tackle there. Federals end up with a spilt ball. come back over the centre and go through and hit the chest of Reggie Smith, the marathon man. And now Smithy goes over the top, goes out wide. Matty Axon gave a lead to him. He's got acres to run in. Matty Axon runs in to an open goal, drops it on the boot and missed it. That could be costly later in the game.
It could be, and he had a bit of time, so obviously his players aren't letting him know just to steady it up. Ball comes back in, and looks like Jackson Cole's gone in the Jamie Hampton direction. He played a ripper of a game last week, so it'll be good to see him continue that as the ball's over the boundary line. We've got the club setting up as we go in for a ball up.
It's good to see these young boundary umpires get involved every year. They seem to get a bit younger to me. Cheryl Lee.
A little bit smaller.
She's very small, going to throw it back in over her head. The two rucks set themselves. They go at it. Miles wins the knock this time. Comes down to his player, but no, it's now a scrum ball on the ground. Baden Wiley bursting through the pack, Josh Mapstone. But umpire says, hand it over. I'm going to ball this one up. Straight away, William Carlo puts his hand up. This time he's beaten cleanly in the ruck. You've got to pick the ball up off the ground. Ball comes through to James. James gets it off there straight away to... Can't pick it up. Ball across to Kieran Smith. Kieran Smith takes a bounce, takes a second. Second one gets away from him. He comes in over the 50-metre line. He takes a long shot at goal. Oh, off the fingers of the players down forward. Was a little offline, and Pioneers get their first score of the afternoon. The score here at Traeger Park, Federals 1-2-8. Pioneers 1 behind. Ball comes out here wide. Straight away, Federals have loose players. That's, can't pick up here. Mapstone. Kicks it in deep. Players run onto it. Edgar spills out the back. Pioneers have got this under control here. Going to centre this up. Go back to the centre of the ground. Good work there. That's Lynch, Jamal Lynch. He goes wide. And good mark out there. Although slipping over is Christopher Williams. Now, he should kick this from here. 42. He's going to probably let go from just inside the 50-metre line. Umpire squares him up, sends him back. Now Joe Roberts on the mark. In comes... no, he's actually asked the umpire the actual markings. He's been shown that. He's now got the ball in hand, comes in slowly but deliberately, drops it on the boot and it's on its way. Goal umpire's not going anywhere. It's a goal! Hey, scores are getting very tight here at Traeger Park. Federals 1-2-8, Pioneers 1-1-7.
Yeah, that's right. It's a much needed goal for Pioneers because you don't want to be in a situation where you're constantly chasing, and I think if Feds get a jump on them early, it'll be very hard to grip that back. But as we can see, only 7 minutes have gone, and it's been a great game of footy so far.
It has. Players are still feeling each side out, the positioning. These two sides have played twice this year, and Federals won the first one by a massive margin. The second one was a lot closer. Pioneer started a bit slow this year, but gee, they love finals football here in Central Australia. Ball up, Miles goes at it, and Miles might have been beaten this time. Spills through, goes forward, big punch away by Cole. Cole gets it out wide there. Lynch spins around, kicks it over in particular. Players run onto it in front of the grandstand here. Oh, he just couldn't pick it up, and off his toes, he just spilled it across the line.
Yeah, that's young Swan. He's been having a good season so far.
Yep.
So it'll be good to see him have a cracker in this game.
A couple on and off the bench. Just see Kyle and Bishop just come on for his first run of the afternoon. Federals collect this ball. Away they go through Jack Katanak. He kicks it deep, but good defence there by Cole. Cole's going to send it away for Pioneers to the centre of the ground. The running Smith, very reliable. Drops it in deep over the 50. Where's this going to go? He's got a man free outside. Steadies, snaps, kicks a goal. Second of the afternoon for the Pioneers club. That was an easy one.
That was an easy one, and I think giving Sean Foster a bit of space was a dangerous move on Fed's behalf. So it's obviously paid off for Pioneers with the run from Smith over to Foster, and obviously changing the score. Feds 1-2-8 to Pioneer 2-1-13, and we've got 13 and a half minutes to go.
Yeah, look, that was good work off the half-back line of Pioneers. They've settled. They found. They keep finding Smith in the centre of the ground unmarked. He's a good general or a quarterback. He can set things up. Ball back in the centre. Federals have changed their ruck. Shay Miles will keep going at this. Federals Daniel Gorry's coming to the ruck. Ball goes through, picked up by Pioneers, handball forward. Now this is a big crash. The man has just come onto the ground, gets his first kick in, Kylan Bishop. Kicks it in deep, ends up in the arms of Kirtley Hampton, who's turned, snaps and just misses offline, one behind.
That was a big kick and it would have been a nice goal, or looked nice if it went through, but not to be the case. Feds now have possession of the ball.
They're going to bring it back in. He's underside. He runs out here towards the grandstand wing, squares it up a bit in the middle, looking for the big fella. The big fella goes up and goes out to Abe Anchors. Anchors, he's the general for Federals. Oh, attacked by Cole. Cole did great work there to get to that ball. Ball's bumbling around in there, and Anchors again, but gets a kick. It's a stat, but it didn't go anywhere. Handball by the ruckman. He goes across to Axton. Axton gets the ball stolen by Jamal Lynch, who goes forward with it. Now it's a free ball at half-back. Federals pick it up, go to Roberts. Roberts backs off, kicks it out here to nobody in particular. Oh, a finger tipper. Is it going to be paid? No, it's not. To William Foster. They're calling for holding the ball, and that's what's going to happen. Wow, that was a bit of a mess there. Anyway, both players very slow to get up. Abe Anchors, who's going to take the free kick. Foster's still on the ground, but the kick's going to be taken over the mark.
Isn't that a bit dangerous?
It is. Good on. Umpires pulled it up now because sports medicine team are out there. This is a early blow to Pioneers. Oh, there's been a mouthful given. There's a lot of chat, and there's been 50 metres given. Look, there's some old heads out there, like Kirtley Hampton's just said, guys, button it. Let's play football. So Abe Anchors has gone from just north of the centre right down towards the 15-metre line, kicks it in deep, men stretch and fly, running out the back, 24. That was young Edgar. Didn't quite get his toe to the boot and it rolled through for behind.
Yeah, and looks like, oh no, that's Little. Little's very quick to bring it out. He sends it in the direction of,
Now back to Bishop. Bishop's gone to the half-back for Pioneers. Kicks over towards the ring. The man who was on the ground's back up again. Can't quite hold it. Federal's going to take this ball away through Tom Nixon. Nixon gets it over infield to Tregenza. Tregenza loses it but gets a kick away. Players, stack on the mill here. Fitzholtz whacks it out wide. Away there. No, that was Sam Pearce. Ball back through the centre. Pioneers break. Look at that. There is nobody in the forward 50 for the Pioneers Football Club at this stage. They're very much concentrating on defence. Players are calling, hailing cabs, and the umpire says, "You got one." Holding the ball. There you go.
That was a long way for the cab to come, I think.
Curly Hampton kicks in. Oh, great cut off there by Charlie Lang. It spills out wide. Federal's defence is pretty well structured out there at the moment. They are repelling a lot of attacks. Back down over the centre. Oh, the man goes up, hands out in front of the eyes, Drogamullah, but it bounced off his hands. Picked up, turned, kicks in deep. Players battle for it on the ground, including Smith. There's a bit of argy-bargy going in there, but hard work by Cole on the ground. Umpire, he's working hard, and umpire says, play it on. Ball comes out wide here. Now it's going to be Pioneers are going to be able to break down this wing. Is there anybody here? This fella's got Abe Anchors on his tail. Abe Anchors just misses the catch, but he puts the kick off. Now running through, great work there by one. Oh, holding the ball they've called for. He's gone. He's gone. There's too few doing a lot here at the moment. There needs to be a bit more talk going on amongst the Eagles. Anyway, Baden Wiley, he's going to drive it into the 50-metre deep. Nobody in particular. Good, solid defence down there by Cole.
Yeah, that's right. Cole, he puts it on the boot. He sent it to the safe arms of Smith. Smith's sending it out onto the Gap Road end. He's gone to their captain in Cole Manolis, who's just brilliantly taken the ball. It's a bit of glue on his hands, I reckon, has just kept the ball in, and he sent it over nicely to, is that Kylan Bishop by the looks of it?
Had a lot of touches since he's come on.
Yeah, he's done well. Their best and fairest from last year. He sends it on the boot into their forward 50, but didn't quite make the target.
Charlie Lang held up down back. He takes a kick out towards the tree of knowledge. Players set themselves a bit of push and shove. Ball's going to spill here to Bishop again. Bishop's going to drive it back in for Pioneers. No, he gets a handball across. Another one. They're now going to attack very strongly here. Players on the lead. Oh, there's a bit of a mix-up there. Spills from the hand to Mile Lynch. Turning, spinning Thomas Swan. Drives it deep. Oh, no, the Federal defender went to punch. The ball spilled out the back. Here's a great goal being kicked by Christopher Williams. He's second of the afternoon.
Yeah, that's right. And very good communication there by the looks of it between Foster and Williams. I thought they were both going to go for that ball, but Foster did the team thing and put the shepherd on to allow Williams some time to take the easy goal.
7.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Pioneers 3-2-20, lead Federals 1-3-9. The ball's being relayed back to the centre. Interchanges have been used at strong here. Joe Roberts comes back on for Federals. He's an important player in their group. But with the heat of the afternoon and the hydration required, they are using the interchange very strongly. Roberts goes to the wing here to pick up Hampton, one of the speedsters from the Eagles side.
Got a change in the ruck there. We've got Tyrell Woodbury, going up. He wins the tap, gets it down to Hampton. He gets it over to Hampton, who sends it to Foster. Oh, unlucky to take the mark. Ball comes down to ground. He tries to pick it up. Had someone riding his back, but manages to get it out in the Feds player. Goes all the way out to...
Picked up here by Tregenza. Tregenza gets a handball across there to Holt Spitz. He loses it. Ball picked up by Pioneers. Ethan Little drives it in deep. Players clash. Ball spills to the ground. This is going to be Stacks on the mill. Somehow or other Federals get down. It's only a handball. Straight across to... Oh, that was off the boot of Thomas Swan. He's been in a lot this afternoon.
Yeah, that's right. And unlucky, I reckon a little bit of wind would have sent that ball through to the big post. But
and when you talk about wind, there doesn't look like any wind actually either end of the ground here today. Umpires called 50 metres here. A ball came back into play. Pioneers player crept over the mark. Now his Federal player is off to the races to get to the 50-metre line and play on. Off he goes. He'll get pinged for running too far in a minute. He kicks it wide. Oh, he hits the chest of his teammate there in Joshua Dixon. He's got the pretty hairstyle today, Sarah Lee. Look at this. He's got the mohawk with the blonded piece down the middle.
Yeah, that's
He'll
right.
stand out in the votes.
He's gone all out.
Yes. So he moves in now. He's going to kick from 50 as players run on and off the ground through the interchange. He winds up big and he drops it on the boot. It's a nice looking kick. I got to say, that's a sausage roll. That was a quick reply by Federal there.
Yeah, that's right. That was a very nice kick off the boot, and I think as soon as it left his hands, he knew it was going through.
He was pretty happy with it.
He was, and so were his teammates. Scoreboard now has Federals 2-3-15. Pioneers still leading by 6 points, 3-3-21. One kick in it.
One kick in it, 5 minutes to go in the quarter. Just for those watching on, we play 23-minute quarters here, no time on. So we've got to rely on the umpires getting the ball back to the centre very quickly. Who we got in the ruck now?
Miles has gone back in.
Yes, he has had a quick spell.
Looks like is that Daniel Gorry?
I think it is, come down from the forward line. Umpire takes to the centre of the ground, throws it up. Players clash in the middle, it's pretty even. Pioneers are onto it quickly. Get a handball out. Goes, turns. Well done. Oh, he's been grabbed high. Umpire says play it on. Again, they come out here through the captain. Captain Courageous. He's got 3 Federals players to beat and can't quite do it. Here comes the man with the do. Come on, let's go, Joshua Dixon. He turns on a big arc and drops it in deep. Great kick. The ball's on the ground. Abe Ankers has got a chance here, but the defence of Pioneers is too strong. Ball goes out and he's going to hit Joe Roberts on the chest. Joe Roberts not going to muck around. Bit of an arc, comes in over the 50, kicks it deep. There are 1 Federal player and 4 Pioneers players in that pack, and the 1 Federal player nearly pinched it. Ball on the ground, scooped out. It's being pinged around in there. Now it's out on the ground again. It's been kicked off the ground. Pioneers' defence too strong. Comes away once more. Kicks it out. And it's unloaded, but it's going to pay off.
Yeah, that's right. Oh no,
No, umpire's calling it back.
The umpire's called it back.
Yes, he has. Okay, he's been dropped in the process of disposing of the ball, and he's getting the kick again in Ned Gaynor. He handballs off to Smith. Reggie Smith drives at central, but oh no, look at that. Rocker Gibraltar in Hampton. One of the Hamptons, there's 3 of them out there. Well done. No, the star. He's going to come wide here now towards the grandstand. Players run onto it. Reggie Smith's in front. He grabs it straight away and kicks to a loose man up forward. That'd be Fitzholtz. He goes to Anchors. Anchors, he's really squared this up, and Anchors has done his 48 out on no angle at all. 2.5 minutes, 2 minutes 50 on the clock. He'll have to get on with this. Umpires ask players to clear out of space. More interchange going on. Coming on now for his first run this afternoon, I think it's Dustin Oliver and also Joseph Edgar. So Abe Anchors goes for a big wind-up, and in the process he just lost all control of direction and he's kicked it out of bounds on the full.
I think Abe Anchors is probably one of the best, or is the best midfielder in the town, if not the territory, so he's certainly not known for his goal kicking skills.
No, but it seems like he's not confident in passing off to his teammates in that case. Anyway, Pioneers bring it back in. Big, long kick out. Players set himself. Great mark over the top there from Jamal Lynch. He knows how to fly, even if aircraft are out of the air. He's crossed here to one of the Hamptons. Go, take off, run through the centre. Now, this is a running ball. This is great work. Who's going to pick this up? There's another player under the ball here now. Underneath the back he goes. Federal's defence is going to hold up. It comes out through Matt Stone, then it goes across to Ned Gaynor. Gaynor's got this ball at half back for Federals. Good kick, straight down in front of the grandstand here. Reggie Smith climbs on the back of somebody. It should have been penalised, but he wasn't. But oh, look at the ball. Daniel Gorry's gone. No, umpire says didn't give him enough chance, and it's going to be a ball up. Anchors picks up the ball and his ruckman. Let's get on with this. Under just over a minute to go. Big jump by Gorry. Falls out the back to Smith. Smith takes a big blow after kicking that. He goes up and under. Solid defence by Cole. Cole straight away goes to the centre of the ground. He finds that young fella in Bishop we've spoken about a few times in the first quarter. He keeps moving forward. Up a great stretch there by, I can't pick it up, but Francis Bruce. And then a handball over there. Bruce has got it back again. Now it's Feds off the ground. Oh, he dropped the ball. He spilled it. Drogamulla got wrapped up the big ruckman. 41 seconds to go. And you've got to keep moving it here, Eagles. They come across here wide. They've got a man loose in Christopher Williams, who's kicked 2 for them this afternoon. He gets the traffic moving, keeps it deep in over the 50. Oh, great mark there by Kirtley Hampton. He bodied his opponent out of the way. He's pulled in a great mark. And, well, he won't have time to... he'll just kick this, I think, just about time the siren goes. And they'll take a good lead into quarter time.
Yeah, that's right. You certainly have to back Kirtley, and I saw him kick a brilliant game for almost on the boundary line in the last game to get him.
He won't be able to run off the line now. He moves in straight. The umpire keeps an eye on him. He drops it on the boot. It's a goal. No, he flew out at the end for a point. So quarter time here in the preliminary final 2020. Pioneers 3-4-22 lead Federals 2-3-15. Oh, I think it's time to go for a break. Back for the second quarter here at this year's preliminary final. Scoreboard Pioneers 3-5-23 lead Federals 2-3-15. Some pretty stern messages given by Danny Measures to the Pioneers group then, Cheryl. He was very keen to get their younger ones to keep running, it seemed to me. He was putting it to them. I mean, there's a couple of old blokes on that side who are great tacticians, but he wants the youngsters to run. On the other hand, Federals broke into their 3 groups. Seemed to have worked okay. Umpire has the ball out in the centre. We've got Shaney Miles up against William Carlisle, back to the start of the game, same to Ruckman. Umpire signals, he's happy to go, sirens on. Ball up in the centre, rucks go at it. Carlisle maybe by a fingertip. Ball spills out there, goes to Jack Katanak. Ball off the ground, rolling forward. Clean handball, back to Katanak. He chips and goes forward. Oh, sticky fingers there, Drogamulla. He's off to the races, kicks it in deep over the 50-metre line, but good defence down back here. Have they shifted that defence around with William Foster going back? Anyway,
Yeah, I think so.
he's gone out wide there to Ethan Little. Little's gone further afield, right under the tree of knowledge. He's got a lead in the middle of the ground, but it's going to be cut off by the flyer from Tennant Creek. Fitzholtz, he kicks deep. Good mark, Reggie Smith. Reggie Smith wants to mark the mark. Just go back, Reggie, and kick it now. Come on, stop digging up that turf.
He's turned his back. Reggie better kick this now.
Yeah, Reggie. He's got a kick from, well, the man on the mark's 45 from goal. We just see a late entry to the field. Louis Edgar's just come off the interchange. I missed who went off. But Reggie takes some deep breaths out here at Traeger Park. He moves in now. Going to drop it on the boot. Always swings out to the side. That's usually a bad sign. And it goes wide. Cole cuts it off. He's going to be paid the mark here. I think he's hit a bit high. Oh, Reggie, that was a bit far out for you. Straight away, Pioneers go back into attack. Go out wide. Fingertipper out there. Where's the next link in the chain? Is he going to kick to green grass? He is. He's kicking over the top, out the back. Player moves in there. That's a good mark by Foster. Sean Foster goes down further. Another. Now this is defence. Abe Ankers runs onto it. It's going to be run out of ground. Umpire's going to say throw it in. It was a bit of an appeal there by players that it was a deliberate, but he's got away with it. Over on the far side of the ground. Down the umpire backs into the field. Players set themselves. The sun's a bit of a nuisance. Comes in, Carlisle gets a fist to it, straight down to a Pioneers opponent, stacks on the Milgy, players in there, Roberts down low, umpire crossed himself and says, I'll have it fellas, I'm going to ball it up. There was no clear direction there from either side. He's very quick to throw it in the air. Over the top comes Sean Foster with a knock. It's going to spill outside. Pioneer's going to run into open goal, drops it on the boot, he kicks a beauty. Hey, he's rucked it, he roved it, and he goaled it. What a start to the second quarter.
I reckon he's one of the youngest in the side. He's just said, this is how you do it, fellas, let's go.
That's his second goal of the afternoon.
Yes, that is.
Very, very versatile player, especially when you can drop him into the ruck there when needed. So somebody coming off and Kieran Smith about to go back on, so he had a few extra minutes rest after the quarter time break, and he's replacing.
I didn't even see who came off, but
coming towards us, it was hard to pick up a number.
Smith's come on and he's gone straight to the wing.
That worked last time actually when they did it. They got a goal. Ball up in the centre. Carlisle and Miles go at it. Miles gets it down cleanly. It spills free. No, there's been a free kick paid here. Now they say play it on. Now they say bring it back. So the advantage wasn't given, and it'll go back to the centre. The Feds will take this. Louis Edgar, he comes out here wide. He saw Katanak all alone. Katanak over the top there. Good kick. Oh, look there. There's tussle on the ground. Pioneers are going to clean this up. Good work there. Goes back to Little. Little gets ridden into the ground and he'll be paid the free kick here. The big bloke in Drogamulla towered over him. Or was that James Bruce? No, it's not. It's Ethan Little. Little goes back to go forward. They go again back to Little. Little on creeping over the mark there. You could get pinged. But no, Little's going to kick down here in front of the grandstand. Oh, it's a bit of a high floater. Players set themselves straight through the hands of Edgar. Spills out the back and straight through the interchange. It goes. Umpire will throw it back in. Oh no, he's paid it out on the full. Come off a boot. Incredible. Didn't spot that. He goes forward. Good mark here. No, it's run on. And it's Foster again who's been tackled. Oh, he's given it the other way.
He didn't even have the ball to drop it, I didn't think. But anyway.
So Federals to drive this out from half back. A lead here from Edgar, way too close. Player's not sure where to go. Goes to the centre of the ground where he's got the big Carlisle, the ruckman. Takes him a few miles to turn that rig around. He gets a handball to Abraham Anchors. Anchors across to Mapstone. Mapstone goes wide looking for Roberts. Roberts alone out on the Gap Road wing. Now he kicks downfield, scrubby old kick. Finds the other young Edgar. Ball's on the ground. Cole's going to clean this up. He gets a handball away, not far enough. Goes straight to Anchors from Federals. And then Drogamullah gets it on the outside. Goes in deep. Gets to our man Joshua Dixon. Dixon squares it up. Well done to Reggie Smith. Now, Reggie's taken this mark. He's a lot closer than last time. He's very keen on marking the spot, Shirley. I thought that's what the umpire was out there for.
Oh, I think Reggie likes to do a bit of everything, so he's going to try and be the umpire as well.
So he go back. Now look, he was well short of the mark the last attempt he had, but he's a good 15 metres closer this time.
His teammates obviously back him because no one's gone into the
nobody's up front.
goal square.
Anyway, Reggie moves in now with total authority, drops it on the boot, up and under, and he's kicked a point.
He's missed it again.
Well.
Reggie.
Yep. It's a bit hard. So our scoreboard reads Pioneers 4-5-29, Federals 2-4-16. Ball comes back into play. Pioneers work it down the wing. It's a bit scrappy on the ground. Handball out over the sideline. Umpire says throw it in.
Probably a bit lucky not to get deliberate there too, I would have thought.
Yeah, look, he was doing 360s on the ground. He probably didn't have total control, let's face it. Umpire sets himself. Rucks are ready to go at it. He's a good group of players underneath the drop of this ball. Federals through Edgar. Edgar goes out to Carlisle. He loses it to Hampton. Hampton a good handball over the top to Christopher Williams. Oh, what a fly. Didn't come off though, but he gets the ball away on the ground to Foster. Foster's dragged down after the kick. Now it's spilled out the back. Players run onto this. This is a goal. He's missed it. No, he's got it. Ho ho!
I reckon that was Lambton. Yep, Jake and Lambton.
Jake and Lambton, his first goal of the afternoon.
Yep.
Put a bit of a split in the field here now. Scoreboard reads Pioneers 5-5-35, Federals 2-4-16.
It'll be interesting to see as we continue how the heat plays with everyone out there. It's
Yeah, I'm not seeing a lot of direction coming from the Feds bench. They're not panicking at this stage because they're not going out making any wholesale changes. It's early in the game. Carlisle in the centre there with Anchors. Also a former premiership player in Louis Edgar on the so the ball up in the centre. Rucks go at it. Miles this time is attacked but gets the ball. Anchors runs away out of the centre with the ball and kicks it in deep. He's now silly tackle. That'll be 50. No, it wasn't. It was a good attack on the ball. Williams took him down. William Foster, I should say. And this is about the same position Reggie Smith has missed two from, but it's not Smith this time. It's Daniel Gorry. Changing here, Pioneers, on comes James Bruce.
James, sorry.
Yeah,
And off is Lynch.
Yep. So Gorry, not wasting any time, moves in now, stabs at the ball, and they've got the yips today. He kicked this one out of bounds on the full.
No, it's certainly not their goal kicking, that's for sure.
No, you start to wonder whether the butterflies are climbing. Anyway, Jackson Cole creates a lead, but that's ignored, goes deeper. Oh, there's a big pack of players. They fly. Ball spills out the back. Mapstone takes it. He turns around. He gets it across to Elias Walker. Walker gets it down to Fitzholt. Fitzholt squares it up to the centre of the ground. But Foster back there takes the relieving mark at the real full-back position. Now the ball's off to the races down to the middle. Baden Wiley turns quickly. Oh, he's been smothered off the boot. Well done by Smith. Smith at Pioneers. Now he's tried to tackle the next player but didn't quite ping it. And again, up in the air, William Foster. But the ball off the ground, kick. Another point. This one was from Fitzholt.
No, I don't think that. Oh, could be, yes.
Porty, they're dropping off a little bit here with the
They're
point.
certainly getting it down there, just not being able to get it in the goals. Pioneers bring it back in. Got Little. He sends it over, looking for Foster. Foster goes up.
Oh, great
That's
mark.
a strong mark taken. He sends it on the boot. He's gone to Williams. Williams wasn't able to take it, but Jamie Hampton's come in. Abe's put the pressure on him, but he was able to get the ball away to his brother there in Courtney Hampton. Hampton, he's looking for his options. He sends it on the boot. We've got young James Bruce in there, but he's not going to make it. And the ball goes to ground and over the line.
Charlie Lang took that across the line.
Bit of a shame. Pioneers had the opportunity there, just didn't have the players around to.
Yeah, they were trying to get back. They've been down here in the back half of the field, and they were trying to get back over. Didn't happen. So, boundary umpire backs into the field of play.
Got the ruck change here in Woodbury and Miles.
Yep. Toss it in. Players set themselves. Ball spills to the ground. Pioneers out to Hampton. Hampton chips over the top to his brother. No, it's going to be good defence down back there. Is that Walker? Might be. No. So now he goes on to Tregenza. Tregenza only a 15-20 metres further afield, but he's got to go down through the middle. So he's going to go out here wide now, which is a bit dangerous, but he gets it to his teammate there. Now there's leads coming. One of them from Ned. Oh no, it's bounced. A bump ball, the umpire said. So he goes infield to Wiley. Wiley gets a wild handball, doesn't go to anybody in particular. Now it's back to Baden Wiley. Handball away here to Copland Ford. Ford gets it over the top. It's going to go to. The ball goes down. Reggie Smith got a fingertip to it. Now spills to the ground. Off to the races goes Holtz Fitz. He drives it in deep. Great ball. Found his teammate there in Sam Pearce. Pearce straight away kicks across, sees a man free. Oh, that'll be an attack. That'll be play the mark. Look, it was a good intention, but he did hit the man, and that was what happened. So this is going to be one of the mosquito fleet out there, but I'm trying to pick up his number.
Is that Dustin Oliver?
It moves in now.
They certainly needed that.
Yes, they did, to stay in touch. So that was by... He's coming to the bench now.
So we've got the scoreboard now with Feds 3-5-23 to Pioneers 5-5-35. So Pioneers still there with the 2-goal lead.
That was Dustin Oliver who kicked that goal, playing on the wing. Ball's been relayed back to the centre. Not much in this now. Straight away, another change with Pioneers. They're ringing the changes to keep their players fresh. Bishop's come off. A bit of push and shove in the centre there at the moment. Umpire's waiting for something to happen before.
I think everyone to get in their positions.
Yeah. Okay. So good work being done there. Ball in the centre. Federal's come bursting out of the centre with it. It went to Edgar. Edgar went on to Tregenza, who had an airy. Over the top, Pioneers. Oh, look, the unlucky bounce. Now scooped on by, and a handball across to Foster. Another goal to our man there in Shawnee Foster, his third of the afternoon. He's putting himself in front all the time, isn't he?
That's right, and that's the answer Pioneer supporters would be looking for in response to that federal goal. So, Feds, 3-5-23, and Pioneer should now be 6-5-41.
You're quicker than the electronic scoreboard there, Shirley. But it's come up.
And looked like Feds were a bit, the midfielder just got together and did a bit of a game plan, I'd say.
They'd be worried that the rubber band is going to snap here. They're hanging on to Pioneers at the moment, but they need to get back-to-back goals. Ball up in the centre, rucks go at it. one down by Pioneers, off the ground, bursting through one of the Hampton boys. He kicks it off the ground. Man out the back spills what was a chest mark, gets a handball away, straight across to Swan has got another one. There you go.
That's his first.
He's kicked a behind before and now he's kicked a goal. Gee whiz. Scoreboard reads Pioneers 7-5-47. Federals 3-5-23. There's 4 goals in this match at the moment. Louis Edgar comes off. He's going to be replaced by Braden Wiley.
Let's just look a bit unsure of what to do next.
Yeah, they're looking for an answer to come from somewhere. Maybe Wiley, who's going into the centre, is taking instructions out now. He's talked to, and it looks like Reggie Smith in there as well, along with the ruckman Daniel Gorry. So they've had a bit of a shake-up. Ball up, Miles and Gorry. Gorry gets it down to Reggie Smith. Smith across to Abangs. He's dumped in the ground. Back to there, across to Joe Roberts from Federals. He kicks it out wide. Player set himself. Pioneers player came from behind, worked his way to the front in front of Catanack and took a very good mark. He now goes out wide. Good kick. He's hit his teammate on the chest who's on the flyer straight away. He goes deep. He's looking for... he's trying to get onto that golden boot of Shawnee Foster's, but it doesn't pay off. Feds come away over the top. Ball goes back in the centre, goes through Dustin Oliver. He's off to the races. Handball across to Drogamuller. Drogamuller's a little slower, but he's been paid a free because he was grabbed without the ball. Drogamuller's got a big boot on him. Where's he going to go? He kicks this across and he finds Francis. Copeland forward. He's got a great opportunity. He kicked a couple of goals last week in a losing game against Rovers. Now this is a very important one to get one back here. We're 6 minutes away from half time. As you say, the interchange, the heat's working with the interchange. There's players on and off everywhere as Ford lines up. He's a left footer. He's kicked and he's continued the tradition. He's missing easy shots.
That's right, the distance wasn't the issue there for him.
No, that went through 3/4 of the way up the post. There was plenty of height, plenty of length. Pioneers come back into play, come out here towards the grandstand side. Oh, the golden boot, man, he gets down to it. No, he's going to be pinged, but Jamal Lynch gets the ball away. Oh, he's hit hard too. Now another one, Hampton across to Hampton, down through the centre. Handball out there, further afield, goes to...
Lampton on to Smith. Smith is held up a bit, but he wants to play on. He sends the ball into Pioneer forward 50 to, looks like, Jimmy Bruce. He's gone, I took it. Let's just settle it down here.
Strong body work for a little man. Didn't interfere, but took a very strong chest mark.
That's right. He's a young fella. Didn't play. He's eligible to play in the under-17s. Didn't play this morning, so he'd certainly be wanting to get a win here with the A grade. As he lines up, he's probably directly in front, and he'll kick from about 40 out. The umpires moved a little bit.
Yeah, the players celebrate, and Grant Butler says, "Go."
So that's young Jimmy Bruce's first goal in this game. Pioneers have now certainly extended their lead. Federals 3-6-24. Pioneer 8-5-53.
5-goal quarter for Pioneers, 5-1.
Yep.
Big statement being made here in the second quarter.
And I think Feds are a bit rattled.
Yep, we're 4 minutes away from half time. The Federals couldn't afford to see Pioneers get another goal. John Harvey's just come on for Pioneers. He's gone down forward. Ball's back in the centre. No real changes in the centre, although the captain for Pioneers has moved into the centre now. Ball up. Players shiny. Miles wins the knock. He goes back in again and gets a hard ball. Ball's on the ground. Goes out wide. The racehorse from Tennant Creek kicks it wide, but solid defence down back. Sabian Little. He's going to kick across the centre of the ground. He's going to nail the captain, Cole Manolis. Manolis straight away. Good raking kick down forward. He knows his man. He's got his man, Shawnee Foster. He's out too far to score this time, but he'll set it up. He goes back, puts it on the boot. He's got Hampton in position. Nobody else on the ground. Now there's one. He's going to be wrapped up, the ball here. Ball spills out wide. Federal's defence clean up. Get a handball only as far as Pioneers. A spinning point.
Yeah, Walker unfortunately unable to...
Add to his 2 goals earlier in the game at this stage. No, that was Williams, sorry.
Yeah. So
Ball come back into play. Goes to Ned Gaynor. Gaynor goes wider on Gap Road. Gets a teammate out there in Tregenza. Tregenza well, he's not sure. He's going to square it up a bit here. He's got a man at the back in Josh Mapstone. Easy overhead mark. Nobody marked him at all. Mapstone's been called to play on, goes out wide towards the Tree of Knowledge on Gap Road. This is where they've been breaking down. This time they grab it and hang on to a mark. There's a man free in the centre. There's a good lead from down forward. Ball spills out the back, goes to Ford, came off his boots. He couldn't bend low enough and it's gone out of bounds. Right in front of the big scoreboard that reads Pioneers 8-6-54, Federals 3-6-24.
That's right. Feds have got a lot of catching up to do as it's in their 50. The ball comes in and we've got the 2 ruckmans going up. Ball is spills out to the ground. Looks like Pioneers, oh no, they haven't been able to pick it up and get it out. I reckon there'll be another ball up again. The ball probably moved a couple of metres towards the boundary.
And the clock keeps ticking.
Ball goes up again. But the ruck's going at it again. Feds tried to kick the ball out in Dixon, didn't work. Went as far as Foster. Foster's got the big hands out. And it's just been tapped out by Pioneers. Colin Bishop got it out there to Francis Bruce. Francis has given it straight over to the Feds player on the Gap Road wing.
Gorry comes inboard to Roberts. Roberts, you haven't got a lot of time here, but he's looking for something ahead. He's not seeing a lot at the moment. A couple of close leads. He goes deep into the forward line. Big man Ford sets himself, knocked down, came off the pack. Now it's a wrapped up. Reggie Smith's been caught with the ball. Umpire says no, he didn't have any prior opportunity. So Federals had a little bit of a win there. They'll have a ball up about 35 out from goal. Now Miles is going to ruck in there against Drogamulla. Ball goes up. Drogamulla gets nudged out of the way. Miles down to Foster. Foster gets a boot to it. Kicks it out, but it's only going to go as far as it's gone to Tregenza. Tregenza's going to drive it in deep again. Here it comes back. Players set themselves. Good mark in front. Didn't come off. That was Drogamulla. Bursting through. Federals get it across. Goes out wide to Abe Enkers. He's dropped it on the boot. Snapped it across his body. But no, it doesn't have the distance. Cole from Pioneers clears the ball. That'll save them. Good strong mark out there by Christopher Williams. There's only seconds left on the clock till half time. And he's going to just have a bounce and run away from the man on the mark. A kick long. Another mark by Pioneers. Here goes the siren, folks. They kicked into the man on the mark.
So as we head into the half-time break, we've got Federals 3-6-24. They're trailing Pioneers 8-6-54.
We're up and about. We're back here at Traeger Park for the second half of the preliminary final 2020. Shirley, Federals have got a lot of work to do. Pioneers look settled across the ground. 8-5-53, Federals 3-6-24. What changes would you make at this stage?
Yeah, look, I think certainly Feds need to do something in this quarter if they're going to make a game out of it. Look, I think you'd need to have some answers for Foster.
Shawnee Foster kicked 3 in the first half.
Yep. So you'd
he's the
certainly want to
leading
shut
goal.
him. Yeah, and he also did. He was pivotal in some of those other goals that happened. So you'd certainly want to shut him down. Also, I thought Jamal Lynch as well got a bit of the ball and carried the ball into the Pioneer forward 50 fairly well as well.
Umpire holds the ball aloft. We're ready to get underway the second half. The last half of footy for one of these teams of this year. Miles goes at it. He goes at it with Gorry. Comes out. Abe Ankers picks up the loose pill. Kicks it in hope. Goes nowhere. And his opposing captain, Cole Manolis, he picks it off. Then he sees a man free in the centre of the ground. This is the difference between the two sides at the moment. One's kicking, Christopher Williams, he goes forward. Another mark, no, umpire, yes, he has played it. And so this one goes to Kirtley Hampton. He's going to kick a long, long, long bomb. Oh, Foster on the goal line. It's now Stacks on the mill in the square. The ball spills out and just rolls across the line for 1 point. So Elias Walker brings it back into play. He hits the chest of the running ruckman in Gorry. Gorry peels himself off the ground again, comes here wider, looking for Edgar. Oh, he spilled it. Louis Edgar spilled the mark that he's been paid. Oh, no, now it's going to be a throw-in. There was a comedy of errors there for a moment, Cheryl.
Yeah, that's right. I think the umpire backed him with the mark before he actually took it.
Right in the middle of the interchange here. Umpire throws it back in. The players are looking into the sun. Gorry wins the knock. On the ground, it's all Pioneers, and it's been locked up. Umpire crossed himself and says, "Give it here, lads. I'm going to ball this up." Christopher Williams throws it back to him. Umpire throws it up. Miles up against Gorry. And Abe Ankers gets involved. Goes forward, but nah, the solid, strong hands of William Foster hold it up down back. He kicks it long, 40 metres down across the wing, and players set themselves on the ground. It goes out over the boundary.
Yeah, and it's the interesting matchup that I've just noticed is Cole Manolis and Ankers. That Ankers has actually been very quiet in the first half. He didn't want to come out and do something to bring his team back.
That's right. Ball thrown back in. Rucks nullify each other. Hits the ground. Picked up there by Tom Nixon. I think he's gone by holding the ball. Straight away, off to the races goes Thomas Swan. He kicks it over the back. Ball spills through. It's underside and wanders through from another behind.
That's right. And Feds have been a bit lucky there that they're not a further 2 goals behind as they try to bring the ball back. Doesn't seem to be many options.
No.
He's gone straight down into the middle to as far as I missed who that was.
Katanak, he gets the ball across to Ankers. Ankers goes deep. Now Reggie Smith flies. Ball hits the ground. Smith gets knocked over. Ball goes back to Ankers. Ankers goes out there, back into rough traffic. Now it's off to, it looks like Holtz Fitz. He's going to run into an open goal. Wow, that's the start they were looking for.
That's right, and they certainly needed, I think they needed Liam to shine to get back in this game. That's the first for this game. That's his first goal in this game, as the scoreboard now has Feds 4-6-30. They're still trailing by 25 points. Pioneers 8-7-55. Still plenty of time in this quarter as we see Cole come on for Francis Bruce.
Surprised they started this quarter without Cole.
Yep.
He's been a very important player for them today, down back. Ball's rushed back to the centre. 4 minutes gone of this quarter. As most people would refer to it as the premiership quarter. It's a very interesting time now. Pioneers hold or Federals come back at them. Ball back in the centre, Rucks go at it. Miles loses a knock, goes to Fitz, Holtz on the ground. He just keeps bundling it forward. It's just a rolling maul at the moment. The ball just wanders into Federal's forward 50. Picked up there quickly by, chipped over the top, out the back, no, now we've got a goal. I reckon that's been snapped by Joshua Dixon.
Yeah, I reckon you're right.
Yes, well, that's an interesting answer. That's his second of the afternoon. No, we've been stumped. It's a behind. Ball comes back into play, goes out to Thomas Swan. Swan's in the lengthening shadows on the western side of the ground. Kicks are high up and under. Players fly, nobody in particular. Ball off the back of the pack, hung on to there. The umpire says, "I'll have that." And that was John Harvey. He returns it to the umpire from a prone position on the ground. Umpire throws it. Change of rucks. Through the middle there. Strong work by Thomas Swan. But he's wrapped up. He was wrapped up there by Katanak. Ball's up again. Two players go at it. Federals win the ruck. Abank is in there, tight, in and under. I think this will be another ball up. Yeah, no, holding the ball.
Whoa. What, that's a big call, isn't it? I think the calls have been very inconsistent with holding the ball.
So Cadnac gets it away, he goes deep to the forward line, running onto it. There's Cole, we just said had come off the interchange. He's an important player down back for them. Ball goes through the hands of Roberts. Roberts gets across to Cadnac from Federals. It's cut off down back. Now Pioneer's going to break across the half back flank. It's a real contest here. Goes out to Kieran Smith, the quarterback. He dobs it forward. Great work. Goes on to Hampton. Curtly Hampton's got this. He's going to square it up here in the middle. No, ball punched away, but it spills to the ground. It's still in Pioneer's control here. It's turning, swinging, bouncing. 1 point.
Yeah. Very unlucky there, although there were a couple of options which could have been had. So that's Pioneer's third behind in this quarter. So maybe this end is not the goal kicking end.
Federals to bring it back into play. Ford's made a lead down in front of the grandstand. It's been missed. They've gone to the centre of the ground, and straight away it's going to be mopped up by Pioneers. Go across to Cole. No, he's going to miss Cole. Big handball in field. This is goes to the running
Lampton. He passes it off, gets it back, sets it up, and that looks like young Jimmy Bruce.
Yeah, I think it's Bruce. Yep, James Bruce back on. A settling goal here.
He's certainly got the backing of his players because I know they're changing it now, but no one had gone to offer him any options. So James, he's directly in front of us as he lines up.
He moves in for his second of the afternoon. Drops on the boot. It's working left to right. Beautiful goal. Players run to him from all positions, give him big high fives. That was a very worthwhile goal. And that's his second of the afternoon. Changes our scoreboard. Pioneers 9-8-62. Federal 4-7-31.
So a 31-point lead, and that's
Rubber
got to
band
hurt.
just keeps stretching a little bit.
Yeah, and I think that's got to hurt for Feds.
Yeah, that was a very important goal at this stage of the game. Feds had a run on. They missed an opportunity down forward. They got interchange here. Lang's going on for the big fella from full back. Lang must be going to half back flank. Anyway, ball's back in the centre. Young de Graaf, the umpire, he moves in, hurls the ball aloft. Rucks go at it. Again, pretty nullified, but off the hands. Oh, he's lost the ball there in the spill. Anchor's on the ground underneath. It's a bit of a tie up here, and the umpire does say, he crosses himself and says, "Give it here, fellas. I'm going to ball it up."
Yeah, that's right. And we got Woodbury in there and in for the ruck for Pioneers as the ball's kicked off the ground, but goes as far as
Katanak.
He puts it on. It's been cut off, but looks like Reggie Smith has managed to pick it up, and he's scrambled in for a goal. So he can't take the easy goals. He'll do it the hard way.
And the crowd on the Federal side of the ground have become animated. They're happy to see Reggie Smith deliver.
There's still 4 goals in it as the scoreboard has Feds 5-7-37 to Pioneer 9-8-62. Still a handy lead, and we've got 13 and a half minutes to go.
Some big questions being asked of all the players here now. This is a time to stand up. You've played this season, this very different season under coronavirus, stop-start season. Now it's down to the last part of this season for one of these teams. Pioneers winning in the ruck. Oh, look, he's been pulled down to the ground.
That was a call from down the other end.
The umpire's been paid from 100 metres away, the decision.
There's one umpire calling one thing and another in the centre.
So Wiley handballs out to Anchors. Anchors goes backwards to come forward. He's gone out to Joe Roberts on the gap road wing. Look at him rush to the other side of the ground. There's everybody running together. He's gone. He has gone. He was called, played on.
And he got called for dropping the ball.
Yep.
Swan actually, oh no, that's Jimmy Bruce. He saw that play happening.
He read the play beautifully. Ball goes in deep for Pioneers. Players set themselves off the ground. Hampton handball across. Nobody in particular running on this. Drag down. I think he's going to get the free here. He is, and that is. Can't see that player getting up.
That's Jamal Lynch.
Jamal Lynch. He's had a good game too.
Yeah, usually on the wing he's gone down forward, so he'll certainly be wanting to put in a goal.
What a turnover. Federals had control out on the Gap Road wing. Player didn't really understand the communications. The ball was quickly taken away, and Lynch now moves in for a goal. He'll probably study what Bruce did before. He's corrected, he's got it. They've kicked another. They're kicked away. Shirley, I can hear somebody knocking on the back door. Don't let her in yet.
No, we've still got a bit of time to go, although it'd be very hard for Feds to come back. They're currently 5-7.
She's out the back yodeling.
We've got Pioneers at 10-8 to 68. 31 points in it, and everything seems to be going Pioneers' way at this stage. Just obviously Feds getting together there in the midfield, trying to sort their play out. Let's see if it works for them this time. It hasn't in the past.
Players set themselves in the middle. There's a very important centre bounce. 11 minutes 21 to go in the third quarter, the premiership quarter. Umpire de Graaf moves in, ball up in the air. Federals, but it goes down to Coleman Olis from Pioneers. He works his way through the ground. Anchors has been worried out of a few kicks today. Now it turns, goes to Hampton. They've put their big guns in the centre now. They're running onto this. Now the ball's going to come back out of the back line. Goes across to Roberts. Roberts chips over the top. He finds his teammate there in Holtz Fitz, and he turns quickly. He's kicked it. He kicked it to the opponent.
Yeah, that's
he's rattled. So straight away, Pioneers come out here wide. Good overhead mark.
That's Jamie Hampton.
Jamie Hampton's taken great mark. He kicks over top to his captain. That's a way of getting picked again next week. he goes in field to Kirtley. Kirtley Hampton, big, long, solid kick forward. Great mark. Is that Walker?
Yeah,
that is a great mark. But it was great delivery of the ball.
It was, and obviously there was a bit of communication there because we saw Swan move out of the way.
Yep.
So he obviously knew Walker was coming in behind him.
Yep. And I'll tell you what, if he was coming in behind, you want to make way because he does break packs. So,
yeah, that's right. You certainly wouldn't want to try and stop him.
So he hasn't kicked one today,
no,
which is a bit unusual. He moves in now. Concentrating, he crosses the 50-metre line, a little skip and a jump, drops it on the boot. Goal umpire is not going anywhere. It's a sausage roll. I think I heard the rubber band break. Wang!
Yeah, and certainly...
You don't agree?
Look, I think certainly the supporters on the Pioneer Hill heard that from you, Damien, but we've got a bit of a change here. We've got Bishop coming on, giving Kieran Smith a bit of a rest.
Bishop's been a good player today.
They've had, I think, one of the things obviously noticed for Pioneers, they've had a lot of players step up. There hasn't been a one-man band.
Yep.
There's been a solid team effort, which is working in their favour.
So ball back in the centre. You've got to lift your heads. Looks like Drogomuller's gone back in the centre, but he's not rucking. They've put the two big fellas in there this time. Pioneers get the punch away. Abank is on the ground as usual at the bottom of packs. You'll always find him. He's gonna. Oh, there's a little bit of. This is silly. This is absolutely silly. You could be playing in a grand final next week, or you could be sitting in the stands with us from suspension.
Yeah.
Why would you get involved? I've got no idea. Now it's gone to 50 metres. It just keeps going. No, he didn't pay the 50.
No, the umpires ignored it, although that's very unusual for Colin Bishop. Something's obviously happened there.
Yeah. So another mark from
Wiley.
Wiley's got nobody to kick to. He drops it in deep. Big fellas fly. There's crash the pack. Ball out the back. This is going to be cleared easily by the Pioneers defence. But how far is it going to go is the question, because there's not enough players there. Mapstone for Federals picks it up in the very centre of the ground. drives it deep. Players set themselves, but Cole goes to the front with his defence. Angus gets a handball through, and our man snaps, and snaps truly. I think that's his third in the afternoon.
Who was that?
Joshua Dixon.
Well, lucky for Joshua Dixon, that's his second I've got.
Oh, I had him one earlier, but anyway, that was a quick goal.
And certainly one they Feds needed, but there's still a long way to go. Scoreboard has Feds 6, 7, 43. They're trailing Pioneers 11, 8, 74. We've got 7.5 minutes left of this third quarter.
We've got to the stage of the game now that you just got to back your first decision at all times. You've got to just keep knocking the ball forward.
Yeah. And each team's scored 3 goals this quarter, so we'll see what the next 7 minutes bring.
Miles back in the ruck for Pioneers, drops out here to Coleman Ollis. He comes wide with a handball to one of the Hamptons, and he stops, props, kicks over the top, looking for his brother further down. But good defence there. Oh, umpire says play it on. Anyway, Axon gets a handball across there. Ball goes deep, good mark there. The Fitz Holt. He's now looking for the next player in the link. He goes down further. Oh,
that was a good spoil by the big ruckman there in Miles. Yeah. So the ruckmans have actually both moved down.
They have important timing.
Ethan Little's fallen over, which is very unusual.
And picked up by Federals, kick, goal.
Was that Joe Roberts?
No, that was Strogomolo, the other ruckman. Well, lots of the animation coming back on the benches here now. Louis Edgar's to come back on. Off comes Joseph Edgar. Change. Louis going out to the centre. He's had a bit of a spell, bit of fresh legs. Scoreboard: Pioneers 11-8-74, Federal 7-7-49. Ball come back to the centre 5.
So interesting quarter, 5.5 minutes to go. Let's see if Feds can continue it or whether Pioneers will shut them down. We go for a ball up in the mid.
Miles in the ruck. Miles gets 2 fists to it. Only goes to Abe Ankers for Federals. Abe Ankers does an up and under. Running mark by Holt Fitz. He goes further afield to Reggie Smith. Reggie Smith's off to the races. Kicks over the top. He's been dropped into... Oh, this is an interesting scenario. A point that's been rushed through. Reggie should have settled in, but...
He didn't have the time, I don't think. He had Sabian Little dead on his heels.
Yep. Ball goes out here wide. Coleman Ollis, he's got the run of this. He's pulled off the ball, but he still picks it up. He's been paid the 3.
No, he's been...
Oh, ping for a throw. Ping for a throw. Umpire.
He's the umpire, but obviously we saw different things happen there.
Yeah.
As Feds now have the free kick, bringing it into
We'll go to the videotape. Quickly inboards to Abe Ankers. Abe Ankers has got this ball about centre half forward. Doesn't know where to go. Goes wide and hits his big ruckman resting down forward. Looks like Daniel Gorry, who started down forward earlier.
Yep.
He handballs off to Fitz and it's gone through for a point. They're peppering. Scoreboard: Federal 7-9-51, trail Pioneers 11-8-74. Ball goes back to
that looks
Eddie
like
Hampton.
Eddie Hampton.
He's going to bring it back into play. Big long kick out here. There's a bit of push and shove.
That was in the back.
Yeah,
yep.
Push and shove. It's been paid. Matty Axton. Now, good work there. Kick downfield. Now this is off to the races.
Williams versus Ankers. Looks like Williams got it. He's get the kicks away. He's gone to Curtly Hampton. Curtly Hampton's taken the mark almost directly in front. Distance will not be the issue here, I think, for Curtly. And I don't think accuracy will be either, but it's a bit of a turnaround for the Eagles who've managed to get it from their defensive 50 into their forward 50 within about 30 seconds. As Smith and Colin Bishop do a bit of a swap again. Hampton, he's lining up. almost directly in front. Orokin he'll kick from about 40 out. Easy kick. He likes it. The crowd like it, and most importantly, the umpire likes it. So that was a good response from Pioneers. As
Very,
Feds,
very strong response.
Feds 7-9-51. Pioneers are now extending their lead 12-8-80. And we've got, by the time the ball goes up, it'll be about 2.5 minutes remaining on this third term.
They've really played this premiership quarter well. They haven't panicked.
No.
Federal's peppered away there for a bit, but the Pioneers' back line held up very strongly and drove it away, and then took their opportunities when they came up forward. Ball up in the centre of the ground. Miles, who's done a sterling effort today in the ruck, up against a few different ruckmen. But this time, comes out the back again to the ever-reliable Anchors. Anchors goes wide for Reggie Smith. Reggie Smith runs onto it. Good skills, gets the ball away. Now it's been lost by Gorry. Gorry picks it up again, kicks it high. It's gone in this, across the front, Cole.
He's
done a great
sensational
job.
in the back line,
He
isn't
has been. He's now telling his players to slow it down. He's looked at the scoreboard, 1:45 to go in the third quarter. Kicks it out here wide. All players set themselves. Now the ball comes free to... okay. So that was young Kyle and Bishop fighting for it on the ground over the sideline. Boundary umpire ready to throw it back in. Players set themselves. This is the hard part of the afternoon. They're looking straight into the sun. Just past the grandstand here. Ball goes back over the head. Players, or nobody really. Federals end up picking it up off the ground. Then it breaks through to Baden Wiley, and then Abe Anchors. No, Wiley's been gone for ping. Yeah, he's been pinged. So there'll be no hurry to get this ball down here. 56 seconds left in the quarter. Chipped it over the top there. We're going to get underway again now. No time on here, folks. He chips to the centre of the ground. Good mark taken by Kieran Smith. He goes wide on a big arc, kicks it out across there. He's really put the question to Lachlan Lake, who's picked it up, kicks it in over 50. Clayton Walker, he spilt it. He had an opportunity. The ball comes out. Here's a kick with 26 seconds to go, and it's a goal. It's a goal. Another one to Hampton.
Yeah, currently, I think that's his second.
Second of the quarter.
That's right. And Pioneers have extended their lead as they go into the three-quarter time break, because the ball won't go back.
Six-goal lead.
So we've now got Feds 7-9-51, Pioneer 13-8-86. So
that's our three-quarter time scoreboard, folks. A big quarter by Pioneers. Worked hard at it. Just got their just rewards, Shirley.
Yeah, they did. They certainly worked hard and it paid off. Be interesting to see what comes out. Jake Harvey's got ice on his calf, so he won't be coming back for this game.
Not at this stage. Okay, folks, we'll go for a break.
And we're back in this last quarter. Pioneers versus Federals 7-9-51, Pioneer 13-8-86. All Pioneers' way so far. Let's see if it continues. Feds have won the ruck, but it's gone as far as Pioneer player who's brought it to ground in Chris Williams. It's going to be another ball up as we go through again.
Rucks go at it, knocked away by Gorry. It doesn't go far enough. Off the ground by Shaney Miles, Pioneers coach. And then Kieran Smith butters up and kicks one off the ground. Elias Walker run into trouble. He gets the ball away to Feds, then back to Gorry. Gorry goes out wide, and he finds Carlisle. Carlisle goes down the wing, and out wide. Federals have it, but they don't really have any direction going forward. Over the top there goes to Holt Fitz. He's been a good player for them this afternoon. He goes in deep, but the Rock of Gibraltar, William Foster, just holds it up down back. How old is he? He's been playing footy here for a long time. He takes a kick out. He goes long along the wing, but his opponents don't get it. Federals clean it up. Little chip over the top again, back in, and Coppola Ford. Ford gets the mark, and he's going to have a shot at goal. I don't like this slow approach. You're a lot of goals down. There's only 21 minutes left in the game. You've got to get into it quickly. You can't waste time on the kick. Yes, you have to concentrate on kicking it, but it worries me at not understanding the pace of the game. Ford moves in, drops it on his boot, and he's missed. Kick to behind the stick. Well.
He's certainly got a big kick, and maybe next time if he just plays on, he'll get it through the sticks. But
umpire Grant Butler waves that 1 point, and now Pioneers are going to bring it back into play. Got leads out wide from Bishop, but he comes the opposite side of the ground. Comes to the man for me that's played the best today. That was Shawnee Foster. Now the ball's on the ground, hits the deck. Oh, great turn there by Williams. Williams goes into his captain, Coleman. So he's now settling it down a minute. He's not sure. Anyway, he plays it and gets it moving forward. Players go for it. There's an arm over the shoulder. Yeah. Hampton's going to take this one. That is Kirtley. Kirtley's got this ball for over the shoulder. Gaynor was a bit disappointed, but that's the fact. Umpire's going to call him to play it on now. He has now. Hampton kicks it in deep. He's got a good boot on him.
He certainly does.
Yeah, look at that mark. That's our man Walker.
Yeah,
Took a long time to come to the game today. Huh?
Yeah, and he took a very confident mark there, 3 against 1, and he's come away with it.
He has, and did we give him one in the last quarter?
No, he did get one in the last quarter.
So here he's going to go for his second today. They've had a good spread of goal kickers today, and I'll get onto you with that list at the end of the game.
Yep, certainly have.
Walker moves in the shadows, late afternoon here in Alice Springs. In and out of shadows, drops it on the boot. Oh, it's just going to fall a bit short. Players go for it, but it's not finished yet. The ball's on the ground. Smith twists, turns, gets a handball back to Hampton. Hampton's run it out over the sideline, waiting for an umpire whistle, which has now been given. Oh,
must have been very close to being out there earlier.
Yeah. So.
And we've got Foster versus Gorry as the ball's rucked in. Gorry wins it, taps it down to nowhere in particular. Looks like Pioneers in Ethan Little's picked it up and run it over the boundary line again.
And the clock keeps ticking. 19 minutes to go, just under. For one of these team season, I would say that was Federals at this stage. It's a long way back. They need to kick as much in this quarter as what they've kicked in the whole game.
Yeah, and I think Pioneers will be happy just to keep the ball down this half, and whether they're scoring or not at this stage isn't making a difference.
Smith twists, turns, ducks underneath, gets the ball. Now it's back to him as the old 1-2. Gets to know he's decided not to go to the captain. He's gone further back. He's come out here wide. 2 players well sorted out. So
that would have to be 50.
Jamal Lynch goes over the top. He's missed everybody. Now it's on the ground. Handball out here. Oh, it's a high up and under. It's high, wide, and not very handsome.
No, that's right.
But it's more time off the clock.
And it's still in the Pioneers forward 50. So.
That's right. So the ball doesn't get back, it hits the net, and the clock just keeps running. You need to get these back quickly, but it's not happening at the moment. Anyway, the Federal player comes back onto the field of play. Now he's in the field of play, it's play on. He drops on the boot, he kicks it down here. He's got Edgar, Louis, who takes a mark at centre half back, been told to play it on. He's been caught, gets a handball away to Josh Mapstone, his teammate. Mapstone goes across the ground to Joe Roberts. Roberts has nearly run down for a second time this afternoon. He gets it away. They're off to the races. Looks like Oliver. Oliver goes deep, looking for but not finding Cadnac. Cadnac's on the ground. He's been butted up by Fitzholt. Fitzholt twists, turns, comes back infield, goes to Oliver. Oliver runs into an open goal, drops it on his boot. I reckon he's got one. He has. Not a lot of celebration, but he's got one.
No, you sounded a bit more excited than what
As a commentator, you love a goal when you watch the end of the work that somebody's put in.
Well, that's right. They certainly worked hard for that. And
Yeah.
it took them quite a
But
while.
you're right. It didn't reach the same heights, did it, with the crowd?
No, and I missed, was that Oliver again who did that one?
Yeah, Dustin Oliver.
So that's his second for the game.
Yep.
As the scoreboard has Federals 8, 10, 58. Still a long way behind Pioneers 13, 8, 86. As the ball's now back in the middle and waiting for the next ball up.
Look at Manolas holding A-Bankers off the ball here. It's good work by the captain. Ball's up. Gorry gets a tap this time, comes wide. Oh, look at that. Manolas was at the bottom. That got him for holding the ball. Play it on umpire says. Hampton goes out wide. He's gone down to Sean. No, ball's out of play. Yep.
I thought it went out earlier, but obviously the boundary umpire's closer than what I am.
So Shawnee Foster was trying to do some magic on a sixpence, but it didn't quite happen. Off comes a few of the Federal players. They look a bit tired and done in today. A big fella in Drogamula's off. Ball comes tumbling back into the field of play. Angus gets a second tap to it. Now he goes in hard on the ground together. Drags down his opponent. Umpire crosses himself and says, "Give it here, lads. I'm going to ball it up." There's a lot of tired bodies out there now, Cheryl Lee. 15 minutes, 21 to play in the game. Rucks go at it. Gorry gets a tap. Goes to Feds. Goes downfield. Oh, good tap over the top there by Ford. Ford to Reggie Smith. Reggie Smith back to Ford. Ford goes deep. Where's this going to go? Great work, Cole. Jackson Cole. Fantastic work. He's still battling in there hard, like there was a point in it. Kicks it out. Good mark here by Oliver, the last goal kicker. The last goal kicker. Oliver now kicks wide. Cole again punches it away. Teammate down back there to clean it up. Come out here through. Pioneers seem to have extra players on the field. Jackson Cole again. He's great work. He goes across there to Bruce. Bruce goes wide. Down towards Tree of Knowledge, but this time it's been picked off by the Feds player. He comes infield looking for Gorry. Daniel Gorry's got the ball. Now where's he going to deliver? He gets a lead from, cut off beautifully by Pioneers defence. They come out here wide. Williams is off to the races. He just ducks and turns. There's a bit of argy-bargy, but this game, a lot of the sting's gone out of it now. Over the top, another one down in the lane, and this is Bruce who's run all the way from the back line. And he delivers to Walker, but no, it's rushed through. Rushed through from behind. Another behind the Pioneers, and there's a 50 metre, there's a bit of back chat. Silly thing to do. So the ball's come out nearly to the half-forward line. Wiley over the top, he's got the mark. He's got another loose player out here. No, he hasn't. Look at that. It's been picked off. Miles came on and picked it off. Handball infield. Good kick there by Williams. Williams goes deep. Green grass. Walker runs onto it. He's strong. He's tough. He goes out wide. Finds Jamal. Jamal goes over the top. Now it's in dispute. There's a kick off the ground. That's a very tired, lazy sort of finish to the game. Here we go again. How did he get underneath that? He's gone. No, out to Hampton. Hampton, good kick in.
Yeah, as the ball's gone over the line. It's been a hard fought out game here, and you can see Pioneers are still going right to the end, even though they've got a very handy lead. Feds look a little bit tired, and they're probably trying to do the easy option instead of playing a little bit smarter. Ball goes up. We've got Foster. He knocks it down, almost Robert his own ball. Gets the ball out as far as Colin Bishop, but it's been stolen by Feds. Ball's on the ground. A-Bankers. He's managed to get it, but he's run down by Kieran Smith. Managed to get the ball away just in time to Liam Holtz-Fitz. He's been a bit quiet. He sells a bit of candy, goes for another bit of a run. He's run quite a while to get the ball over.
Oh, good mark.
And it's a very handy mark. And is that Oliver again?
I'm not sure. It's our man. Joshua Dixon.
So So that's probably very unusual for Jackson Cole there to get to mark taken over him. He's been very consistent, very strong.
He has.
As we've got Dixon going up, and this would be going for his third.
No, offline.
No. Nothing seems to be going the way of Feds at this moment. They've added a behind. Feds 8, 10, 58, trailing Pioneers 13, 9, 87. Still got just over 11 minutes to go, and you would say that lady is knocking on the door.
Very loudly at the moment. She's exercising those tonsils out the back. Let her in.
Let her in. So we've got Williams, he sent the ball over to Highland Bishop. Both players have been very consistent in this game. Highland, he looks for his target. He's gone to Shorty Foster. He's been the goal kicker in the first quarter. Foster, he runs on. Oh, and Jamal Lynch is, he's fallen over, but still managed to take.
He was down, he was up, he was down, he marked.
He sends the ball, he's looking for, looks like James Bruce there. No, that's Swan. Swan does a bit of a dance, but he's pulled over the line by Abe Anchors.
Thomas Swan, he's put in a good game today. Off comes Joshua Egger. He's been replaced by Joe Roberts. Keep an eye on that. But the ball, what's happened here? There's a free being played.
Did I miss what that was for?
And the players did too. The players did too. Now, bit of discussion going on out here. All the time the clock ticks under 10 minutes. 10 minutes to go on somebody's season. Oh, the umpire wants it thrown in again, that's what it is. Didn't feel it was thrown in well enough. So let's see this time. He turns, he whacks it back into TIO Traeger Park, a big one. Rucks nullify each other, comes off the back, goes to Tom Nixon. Nixon goes wide. Oh, the ball's bounced over the top. Kieran Smith gets a handball away to Lynch. Lynch is off to the races. One bounce, run into an open goal, bang, he kicks it, game over.
That's right, so that's Lynch's second goal, first for this quarter. But as we have less than 9 minutes to go, Feds 8, 11, 59, Pioneers 14, 9, 93. Nowhere to come back here now.
No.
So I think for Feds, what you want to do is just make a decent effort of your last few moments in the 2020 CAFL season.
Arguing with the umpire out in the centre doesn't help at all. There's a debate going on, but the umpire, guess what? He's adjudicator and he'll make the decision.
And he'll win every time.
Yes, yes. Ball back in the centre. Up it goes. Carlisle up against Miles. Rucks go at it. Miles gets the knock again, goes wide. Skeeter Fleet run onto it. Players being dragged down here. Umpire says, no, look, give it to me. I'm going to ball that back up again. Carlisle is going to go up against Miles. Carlisle wins it this time, goes down to Wiley. Wiley goes on to Roberts. Roberts works it in front of himself, kicks it deep into the forward line. But, Drogamullah got up for the mark, but he's been worried out of it. There's Pearce. Pearce missed, and now it comes back out. It goes to Catanack. Catanack gets handball away. He's had a shot at goal. Good work on the ground by Pioneers. No, he's been legged. No umpire says play it on. Handball over the top. Hampton wasn't quite good enough. He gets a kick in. Comes down here to Cole Manolis. He works Baden Wiley underneath it. Manolis has got two of them to beat. He drops the ball. He's done. So we've got to get the ball back and go to Wiley. Wiley's got to get it under play. He goes infield to the ruckman who can't see it against the sun. He gets a kick away. Goes to the big fella in Drogamullah. He's gone. He's been pinged. Umpire says, I'll have it. It's a bit stop-start at the moment, Shirley. I think they've all spent their coins. There's nothing left in the tank. Pioneers come out here towards the grandstand looking for some shade. Players go up. Just working around Foster. Foster goes across to Swan, back to Foster. Foster tries a handball infield. There's some players that are really running on empty. Hampton chips it away and pushing it back. I think, call from front on. Anyway.
It's called play on, Jimmy Bruce. No.
He did. He's calling for it back. Umpire says no. It's been waved off. It's a point.
Lots of changes happening here in this last 6.5 minutes.
Out to Roberts. Roberts for Federals takes a bounce, goes down the outside, and now they go right along the gap road wing, and lugging over to it is Drogamuller. He's got two very whippy Pioneers blokes to pick off, but the ball, he's done extremely well. Gone across to Gorry. Gorry's tried hard all day, but now the mosquito fleet of the Pioneers team is just too quick. Go back to Coleman Olis, the captain, very experienced head, just held it up there in the centre of the ground. Now he's gone wide. He's looked up at the clock. He said, we'll just milk a few seconds off the clock.
That's right, and that's gone over to, that's Sabian Lillo. He's gone over on the Gap Road side to, looks like Kieran Smith from here. And Kieran's looking, no, that's Kylan Bishop. Bishop's looking for his options. He's gone for Jamal Lynch. Jamal wasn't able to take the mark. And
Gaynor knocks it up off the ground. Oh, what a fly! Late in the game, good fly, but no.
He went to play on.
Yep. Well, it's the giving season. The umpire's giving him a free. There you go.
Unfortunately, it didn't come off. Would have been a nice.
Yeah. He goes out to Anchors. Anchors drives it in deep. Leader in the outside there, but Pioneers get a fist to it again. Their defence has been immaculate today, and it'll have to be again next week against Rovers. Ball's flung off the boot, and it's gone out over the sideline. So these guys will have to get into an ice bath this evening because they need those legs again next Saturday at this time. Beautiful throw back in, hits the ground. Players kick it off the outside of the boot, goes forward, Pearce underneath it. Surely that's his mark. Yes, it is. Sam Pearce. He'll go back and have a shot for goal.
Yeah, you'd have to. He's directly in front. He's going to kick from about 45 out. He rushes his kick, and it shows. Oh no!
He got it. He kicked the goal. Not much interest there.
Players didn't even look like they were happy with that one.
No.
So that changes the scoreboard, but not enough to make it a close contest.
No, that's
Fence,
right.
9, 11, 65. Pioneer, 14, 10, 94. And we've got 3.5 minutes remaining of this game.
And of federal season. Pioneers live to play again next week. So ball's back in the centre. Been a great effort by all players today in this temperature. They've put in all day. It's been a good spectacle.
Yeah, well that's right. And considering our season's usually done and dusted by now, so the heat will be a little bit different to a lot of the fellas out here playing. As the rucks go up, Abe anchors, he collects it, he does a long boot, sends it into the forward 50 of 4 fence, but goes as far as Pearce. Pearce chucks it on the boot, tries to centre it. No one's able to take it there. We've got, looks like Joe Roberts and Jackson Cole fighting it out there. The ball spills to the ground.
Jackson Cole's got the free here.
Yeah, ball to Jackson Cole. Jackson, I think, will just take it a little bit easy, get his breath back, and allow his teammates to get their breath. Lots of options here happening as Jackson sends it down, looking for Foster. Foster gets picked off it, and it's an easy mark in the end to fence there in Gorry. Gorry sends it back into their forward 50, and there's a nice mark out the front there. Missed who that is. Is that Joe Roberts again?
He's slow to recover.
And I think Liam Fitz is just saying, just take your time there, mate. And,
that's Drogamuller with the ball.
He's got a difficult angle there, but and he'll kick from about 45 out, I reckon. He's got lots of opposition to as he goes up for the kick. Looks
It's a good kick. It's a good kick.
Oh, it's been touched. Is it touched in time? Yes.
Ah, yes.
Unfortunate there for Feds as Pioneers bring it back in. Foster to Smith. Smith just takes the easy mark, sets it up. He goes over to Eddie Hampton. Eddie Hampton, they're just slowing the ball down, making sure they get the possession. We've got a minute and a half left of this game. Eddie sends it in the way of Foster. Foster gets a huge push in the back. And it's all his time, so he'll go back and take his time and set it up. He's got Williams there as option. No, he doesn't elect to take that. Elects to play on. Sends it over in the Francis Bruce direction, who takes a nice mark there.
Have they got one goal left in them?
Yep, nice mark there by Williams. He's been very consistent in this game. Sends it over and he's looking for James Bruce. He takes a beautiful mark in front of two Feds defenders there, who try to make a little bit closer to where it should be. The umpire's come back just about a metre.
Oh, this young fella's had a great game today, Bruce.
He has, and he's kicked two already. One in the second, one in the third. Can he make it one in the fourth?
Oh, what a beautiful kick off the boot. Oh, what an absolute beauty. We were right behind that. We rode it home. So a big finish. And you know what they say, first to 100 always wins.
I think she's singing out the back.
She's
there.
singing out the bag. Either way. Right on the siren. What a great game of footy.
Sensational game. And what a so we're going to see Pioneers take on Rovers next week in the final dance.
Yep, we are. And while you're just working through those goal kickers for us, Shirley, it's great to see the camaraderie out there. There's different players here who've played together in other teams. Look, the season's over for the Red and Whites, the Federals. I think that last week's game and just didn't turn up today to the same extent as they have for the year. Pioneers will be pretty happy. They won. They were beaten badly earlier in the year, and they got close for the second time they played. And you know they've come over the top of them today with a huge win. They'll go into next week's game very cock-a-hoop. Wouldn't seem like there were many injuries to report today, and they probably have a couple of other players available. So yeah, a big grand final here next weekend between the Rovers Footy Club, who went in last week to the grand final, and Pioneers have come in the hard way through the elimination final and the preliminary final. You ready with those goal kickers?
Yeah, so we had, I'll start with the Feds. They had 7 goal kickers, so they shared it around a bit. Joshua Dixon 2, Drugamula 1, Daniel Gorry 1, Liam Holtzpitz 1, Dustin Oliver, he had 2, and then Sam Pearce and Reggie Smith had 1 each as well. Over to Pioneers, and they had 8 goal scorers. They had multiple goal scorers with James Bruce. He kicked 3. Shawnee Foster, he kicked 3 also. And then we had 2 to Curtin Hampton, Jamal Lynch and Christopher Walker. And then we had 1 goal to Jake Lambton, Jamal Lynch, Thomas Swan and Clayton Walker.
I'm going to ask you quickly, your best in the winning side today?
Oh, look, I think that's a hard one, but obviously Shawnee Foster, he kicked a lot of goals in the first half and then was consistent. I think Kieran Smith was also great on the wing there. You can't go past Cole Manolis in the centre, he's very consistent, but I think also Jackson Cole in the back line, he was very good.
There's 2 others I'd add to that list. I'd add Kylan Bishop, who interchanged with Smith.
Yep.
Thought he did a good job every time he came on, and one of the generals in Kirtley Hampton.
Probably all the Hamptons played well, I'd say.
They did, yep. They took votes off each other.
Yeah.
Look, over on the other side, I thought Daniel Gorry, when he went into the ruck, did a good job. Sam Pearce played well up forward. Of course, Holtzfitz, Liam Holtzfitz played a good game. And I thought that A-Bankers was held a little today.
Yeah, he was, but I think he did finish strongly in the game. Obviously, not enough to get them over the mark, but certainly was consistently around the ball. Sometimes not obviously always going off, but yeah. I also think Sam Pearce probably did all right in the forward line.
Okay, we've had a great afternoon here, and we'll be back next week for the grand final.